So I'm just trying to figure out where we were. You are on the way to the Amber Temple. You left the ruins of Barkau and trekked up through the pass where you were attacked on a bridge going across the Luna River by a rock. Etherdwe was carried off to be fed to Baby Rock. There was a degree of rock-related phenomena where the rock got turned into an owl and then banished, and you all successfully escaped from the rock, where you then did battle with a giant dire goat that you sent to destroy the rock. The only one of which that was there was the Baby Rock, which then came plummeting down the mountain and died on the path. Unfortunately, the combination of Baby Rock falling down a mountain and giant goat galloping up and down it set off an avalanche and you all got buried. Other than Quinny, who was circling around going, what the fuck is going on? Concentrating on keeping the rock an owl until it was more helpful to have 16 badgers. So on the summoning of 16 badgers, Quinny thinking, maybe there is something that I have forgotten here. 16 badgers eventually dug out both the Baby Rock, which actually turned out to be useful, and everybody from the snowdrift. Unfortunately, Mother Rock, on returning from being banished, was no longer an owl, and came down to hunt her baby. Due to a quick thinking bit of phantasmal horror illusion, Mother Rock was convinced that the Baby Rock is still alive and is currently feeding it an assortment of badgers, while you will have the opportunity to make your escape through this snowdrift up the path, and you can see in the distance the Zelenka Gate, which you know leads to the Amber Temple.
From a mechanical perspective, if you've got an illusion,
Yep.
say in this case it's feeding the Baby Rock.
Yep.
Is the illusion, is it just feeding nothingness, or is it feeding like...
Oh no, the Baby Rock body's there. It's trying to
and I've got
force
major image so I can make it move, so the Baby Rock looks like it's eating.
So it's basically what you put the illusion over the actual body of the baby. Right.
Basically, what you're watching is it's very convincing, but what you know is happening is that a Mother Rock is trying to force feed a dead Baby Rock a badger. Anyway, you and the remaining badgers, which are all these dots here, who are currently in the format of, you're all water walking, aren't you?
Yes.
That's right.
And 3 of the badgers.
And to add 3 of the badgers, and the rest of the badgers are in snowplow formation, forming this huge trench in the snow over which you're walking, going, that's really helpful, but thanks. Escaping up this pass while the Mother Rock tends to her baby. As you progress further up this, you see at the top of this path this huge stone gateway standing across the path with what appears to be sort of green light issuing through a portcullis, and these huge stone statues both on top of the tower and on top of the gate posts on either side.
Quite isolated.
I think the technique is
The gate, I mean, there's all the other things that you have to get through. The stuff that's in there is so powerful and dangerous.
true.
I'm glad that
The
it's
last
isolated.
thing you want is anyone else.
So yeah, you would know.
After Stroud rocked up last
I was going to say,
we just need to put one. Just
you
in
would
case,
so
yeah.
you would know this, that this, so the Amber Temple was built by the stonemasons of the Ursai to lock away all of the most dangerous, sort of dark, bad forbidden, corrupting magics of the time. And that these have been locked away within the Amber Temple. You know that that's where Strahd went and did some kind of a deal for eternal life, and sacrificed his brother in order to seal that bargain with the dark powers that exist within the Amber Temple. So you know there's bad shit in there. You also have a pretty strong feeling. You also have a pretty strong inclination that Kazan, the druid come wizard, it went up there as a friend of the.
He was.
And you think that this is probably where the red gem has been hidden.
One left.
Okay, so that's so you know that this is potentially pokey. So as you're going up this path on your right, the cliffs fall 500-600 feet down on this cliff path, and you make your way out or over the top of the avalanche back onto the path, led by 16 badgers, and through the fog and the snow, you see these gates of black stone and a gatehouse standing sort of 50-60 foot tall across the path. There are two large statues of birds that you can see atop the gatepost, and big there's two figures flanking the gates. There's a green glow emanating from the other side of a portcullis, and on the wind you can hear what sounds like the clashing of steel and the cries of battle, and you feel this overwhelming sort of sadness, this sort of sense of sorrow as you approach.
Is it similar to the last time I was here?
Pardon?
Was it the same as the last time I was here?
You haven't been here.
If there's the sounds of battle, let's head towards it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
So
were you kidnapped before you got to the Amber Temple?
no.
No.
There's some magical plot points that happen. That's how I got to the Amber Temple.
No. So your magical plot points was Strahd sent you to the Amber Temple.
Oh, that's right. He blinked.
So yeah, Strahd just sent you there.
Oh, so you
Strahd
never went
knows
through
exactly. Yeah, Strahd knows exactly where the Amber Temple is. He's been there
course he
on
does.
many occasions. So Strahd just sent you there. So you've not been up the path, past the rock, through the bit, all of the route to get here. You didn't have to do any of this. You came out of
So we're
here.
not like at the Amber Temple yet.
No, this is the route up. You bypassed all of this and just went to the Amber Temple. So you've not seen this. You may have seen it from the other side, from the temple looking down the path, but you went on into the mountains from the Amber Temple.
Would I have to make some sort of check
Mm-hmm.
to see if the sound of the clashing might be magical in some way, like an illusion, or does it sound real?
Yeah, roll perception, arcana, insight, any of the above.
Guidance.
Not all of the above.
I'm getting
Perception.
castle.
Wait, guidance
so
gives
where
me
they had,
plus
like,
one.
fighting.
What does guidance give you?
A default.
I've forgotten D&D.
Well, it would appear that so is D&D Beyond, so,
Yeah.
you know, the rules are flexible.
16.
You can't see any signs of battle. You can't see any sign of movement in the light. You can't see any blood or shadows of people or anything. You think this is echoes of something that happened eons ago. Yeah, this is almost like this place just holds the memories of events that have happened there.
Good shot. I just find it amazing how they build like castles and structures inside walls like that.
How did they do it?
Blood.
Has anyone watched like a documentary or something?
Slaves.
Yeah, the slaves and death. This is the-
Well, this was not slaves. This was the Ursite as an incredibly dedicated village of stonemasons who took in huge pride in their work and over centuries built this, the Amber Temple, and Argynbosc as key locations. They're the master builders that used to live in Barovia. So, in the same way you'd build giant Gothic cathedrals in medieval times, the Ursite.
This was the Sagrada Familia. Of,
Exactly. 100%. They just like building that. It
Actually
wasn't
finished
always. It wasn't always
Yeah, same.
perpetually covered in snow and deep fog and pretty awful. You know, occasionally there used to be summer up here, like at the time that these things were built. It's just not happened for centuries.
Sunlight and cloud.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So where are you headed and what are you doing?
To the front gate.
To the front gate.
So just so we're clear, nobody's had any kind of a long rest or short rest
I mean,
since
we
you
can't,
left. No. So I've just been
Well,
very clear that
okay,
nobody's
real quick.
reset their...
No.
That's fine. Because
Does anyone,
no.
before we continue, does anyone need some healing? Great, Jesse, could you heal some people? No. I've got, I think, one mass cure wounds left.
Also, can we long rest in a tiny hut, just hypothetically?
I've got one mass cure
Yeah,
wounds
you
left.
can definitely make it like that. It's just I'm just worried that the rock's just gonna eventually just come after it.
Just come after the tiny hut and carry the tiny hut.
So just throw us all behind.
That would be
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
Everybody gets 21 hit points.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone on cue. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Miss.
Alright.
Nobody gets any
Singing
hit
too,
points.
right?
When it counter spells herself. No.
You can never like have it all at once either. It has to be staggered. So you-
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't be.
Okay.
Why not?
It's a double for
Yes.
No, we're gonna do this for real life. I'm sorry.
I can do a bit more healing if people want.
Well, I'll find it
Nah.
funny for 6 months and then it'll be me as well.
I'm only down 5, so.
And I'll actually be in Catholic schools where that happens.
And then when I drop out of my PhD, it'll be me as well.
So as you approach this this portcullis on the side of the mountain, you see on either side of the gate a 15-foot statue of a female warrior holding a long sword and shield on either side of the gates.
Does it look like the painting we've seen?
Yeah, you've seen them before. So you've seen them as you approached Bargau.
Yeah.
And as you approach, the statues step in front of the gate, raise their shields, and wield their swords. And standing in front of the gate.
Wait, what am I doing? Talking to the
friends.
statue?
You're making friends with them.
Can I take out Busty?
You can take out Busty.
Yes. Okay.
Antoinette holds Busty in her arms, walks forward, and says, "Hi there, we're constructs too. Do you want to be friends?"
Busty goes, why do we want...
I just like tap Busty on the back of the head.
Busty goes, these are shield maidens. One should really respond with the appropriate oath for speaking with shield maidens, as is writ within the laws of history and the land. There is clearly the appropriate protocol to be followed here.
What's the protocol?
My heart knows only virtue. Oh, goodness me. And Busty, as you're holding Busty, my heart knows only virtue. My blade defends the helpless. My might upholds the weak. My words speak only truth. My wrath undoes the wicked. My knowledge detects ignorance. My skills be taught to the witty. My temper be held by patience. My aid to those who seek it. I have no idea how I know that.
I do.
And as he goes back to her, I have heard it somewhere, and it is definitely the protocol. Good maidens, it is the protocol. And as he says that, they stand there and they step back and lift their swords and their shields. And the portcullis starts to write. He goes, as I told you, it is the protocol. I have no idea how. It's been a long time since I have been out of the library. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Taking him with us was an absolute excellent.
Strapping back to my back.
Collecting shit is always a good idea.
I'm guessing that I must have.
Yeah, you just called him shit.
Here's our honoured friends.
I will use another diamond on
Busty's great. The skull and the head, maybe not so much.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah,
your
you're
other.
having me look them around as well.
Oh no, Bonesy's
Don't
dead.
speak to me of Bonesy.
Bonesy's dead.
Bonesy's more bones than sea.
Bonesy got taken out by the goats, I think.
He's off the side.
Anyway, so as Busty
Oh, he's here. He's there.
recounts the protocol that he has absolutely no idea precisely how he knows, but he definitely knows it, and is sort of muttering to himself about his, I must have heard it. It must have been in the writings or the spear, my Kazan, and must have who knows, and muttering to himself. But the shield maidens step aside, and you hear this click as the gates unlock. And the green fire seems to subside into the ground.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're all agreed that Busty was Kazan, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just want everyone else to be in on the theory.
You're all on the same page of.
Yeah, we
Okay,
could get there. It's like he's been with you all along.
cool. That's actually
Busty
strong.
actually is the red gem.
Yeah, you just.
But you had to come here to realise the truth.
The real red gem was the friends we made along the way.
Just like Dorothy could have gone home the whole time. She had something.
That would be ridiculous.
We cut it out of it.
Note to
They say
self.
with a spy.
Already a different edition.
Yeah.
So are you walking through the portcullis? Okay. You walk through the portcullis and gone.
How big are the gargoyles on the roof?
Oh, yeah, 15,
Would
20
they
foot.
fit through the
20
door with
foot
us?
tall.
Yeah,
They
these
would?
things are huge.
Could I animate objects on the gargoyles?
You can try.
But if they're creatures, you can't animate.
It's an expensive test, but a good one.
I want to, because I think having those would be really, really fun. So I'm guessing that would be, what,
I just assume that every
two
gargoyle-
large-sized objects?
Just like
Um,
every gargoyle and every suit of armor. and
there are,
every-
yeah, there are up on the top, yeah, two.
Alright, I'd like to cast animate objects on them.
It's a grotesque because gargoyles are the ones that spit water.
What's the difference?
Gargoyles spit water, grotesque.
You-
I got
you-
a 30-minute freaking.
Nothing happens.
Like,
Nothing happens!
Gargoyles. Come on, everyone else.
grotesque.
We must make way.
Very expensive
It's no falls.
But I lost Bonesy today! I need some new friends.
You could just kill something.
Quinny passes you a badge.
Because we need to match it.
Alright, I've got Busty in one hand and then I've got a badge.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's you guys and.
And it turns to dust in your eyes.
Oh, that's so hard.
Oh.
It only lasts an hour.
So as you pass through this the gate onto the far side of this gate, as the last of you passes through, the fire reappears behind you, and you can feel it, the heat on the back, and the remaining badgers that didn't quite get through in time just
Where's
disappear into dust, and then the remaining badger that Antoinette's holding also disappears into dust.
Don't worry, everyone. They're not real. They don't feel pain or love.
Just hate.
Just a mild perturbance at everything. They're
Okay.
badgers.
It's a mild annoyance.
Let's open this.
Constructs don't have feelings.
There you go.
Hello down there.
There you go. So you are here. So you have.
Oh, this looks
This looks dungeony.
So you've passed
Done.
through.
100 feet drop.
Yeah, off the side. Yeah.
Amazing.
So this is the path that you very nearly fell off during the avalanche. I think one badger went off the path and just fell 500
It's okay,
feet.
Lenny never existed.
So this is that relatively. This is broader, but on the far side of this tower is a massive cliff drop. So you
Stick to the left, guys.
you see in front of you this guard tower, sort of 4-5 stories high, precariously right on the edge of the cliff, with this faint light that you can see on one of the upper floor windows. A small plume of smoke seems to be issuing from one of the from what you would guess was a chimney right at the top. Difficult to see because of all the fog that's up here, but you think that there's smoke or heat of some kind coming from there. There's statues of soldiers surrounding the top of this tower, and a large iron-bound wooden door at the ground floor.
Would you guys mind if we take 10 minutes for me to heal you guys?
Please do. Honestly, I'd love an hour to take a little quick short rest if we could.
Long rest.
While they're doing that, can I inspect the wooden door?
You can inspect the wooden door. Yeah.
Open the door.
So yeah, you can roll investigation on the door if you want to.
So that's all I can get points for everyone.
For everyone.
For 6 creatures.
Now everyone, say after me. Thank you, Malachi.
How dare you have such a cool officer?
Investigation.
Compared to
Yeah.
son of a dog, it's like
18 and
Sounds
22.
like
You
Momo,
can't see
you're
you can't see. You push on the door is closed. You can't see
If I had to go through like
a keyhole or a lock or anything to be picked. You would think that this door is barred on the other side.
okay.
So there isn't anything pickable here. You can't see a lock. With a 22, you also can't see any immediate traps. So you can't see any tripwires or pressure plates around here. You can't see a keyhole.
Well, yeah, I'll just see the door. That's knock.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. Knock, knock, hello.
There's also, 6 of us and 1 of whoever's in there probably.
If you say 16,
We can take him.
we're here to spread the word of what we got life. How wonderful.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay, as long as we're clear, we're spreading the word of the God of light.
Oh god.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
man.
We're here
the
for
darkest,
everyone.
evilest beings in the world to join the Lord of Light.
When he pops a wine bottle and then goes to drink it, but it's just frozen solid because we're in the mountains.
Oh. Hang on. Can I
Got
shape
produce
water
fire.
and unfreeze the wine?
I was gonna say just produce fire. Just slay
Format
underneath
version.
it.
As you've got it right over yourself, I unfreeze it.
Yeah, that's fair.
As you
Cool.
stand there, the door swings open.
It's strong.
It's always Strahd. It's always Strahd.
I've got the
You
sword.
go.
Good to go. Yeah, no gem. Can we walk
You go.
inside?
You can.
I'll go in.
Let me just
Yeah, I'll walk in as well.
pull that down a bit.
I'll sneak
There you
up
go.
and stealth on.
That's better. There's
Twice like a brown.
You're so small, I won't see you anyway. Just walk in. By who can you be like, that sounds more like a grey owl. He's alright.
on the other side of the door is a figure wearing a hooded cloak and a mask that looks like a plague doctor. And this figure in a sort of slightly hunched in a black cloak, wearing this hooked beak-like mask,
Okay.
standing on the far side of this door.
Similar to one that a certain member of our party had on Facebook the other day.
Oh yes, my excellent, yeah,
Plague Doctor.
my Plague Doctor mask, yeah. That's my 5-minute Halloween costume. Mm.
And so where is that person?
He is, he's just opened the door for you.
That's in there.
Yeah.
Hello. Good
Is-
evening.
Who are you,
Yeah.
and
We are
What?
travelers.
Probably.
Here seeking Saban and
Settle
Lisa.
down, young man. Let him speak.
Sorry.
you're travellers going where from where?
We are seeking the red stone and the dark. And also this
And to tell you about our Lord and
one. Yes.
We are not from this land. We've been here only some months. We hope to travel to the Amber Temple to seek.
I'm from this land.
Can you not tell from our blue
Yes.
complexions that we're not from this land?
Yes.
On top of a mountain. Makes sense.
You look cold.
May we come inside?
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Can I insight check this person?
Oh yeah.
I
Go
have some
for it.
guidance.
Natural 1. I'm gonna honor that.
Cookies.
This looks like the most kind person I've ever met in Barovia.
Yeah, here's my house keys and credit card.
Probably is the most bad person in the world.
Can I insight check this person on suspicion of Antoinette's never write about these things?
They seem like a
That's
nice
a
enough
3 on the
person.
dice.
I rolled a 5 on the
It's a
dice.
three.
Very nice enough person.
There seems to this.
Dialogue is 3.
2 credit cards to initiate.
Sorry. It's a 9.
It's a 3. It's a 3. The 9's got a 6 has got a line under it. The 9's got a line under it, doesn't it?
That is a 9.
Ah,
That is a 9.
my glasses
Don't undersell
prescription is
yourself.
out of date.
Your
Then that's an 18.
That's an
Your
18.
3 is there.
Is
That is your 3.
We've been playing new classes with before.
They've got chicken powder on it. It just doesn't come out.
So-
Okay.
So
18. Anyway.
18 with insight. Was
Yeah,
that
insight.
the overall? Okay, so an 18 on
Does this
insight.
man want to eat our kidneys?
You don't.
Antoinette will give the kidneys willingly.
You
have kidneys.
with an 18, right? With a 1, Antoinette loves everybody.
Yeah.
And this man is no exception. With an 18, you don't think that this guy would be in charge here.
Yeah.
You think that it is much more likely that this creature or character or person is in some way in servitude to something else.
Ah.
And therefore you're not particularly worried about him, but you don't know what else
I'd be worried
is
about his monster.
what else is here or who else is here.
Strange energies so upon the ether. The twists of our fate are not sitting fairly. Anyway, I'm going for a nap.
It's also worth remembering that when you were rescuing werewolves from the bad leadership battle in Werewolf Land, Emil, the original leader of the relatively nice werewolves that didn't kidnap and eat children, the decent werewolves, had been taken, and this is where he was meant to have been taken.
Oh. We should ask about that one.
Just as on your list of things
yeah.
from a long time ago,
Yeah.
retrieving Emil from the Selenska Gate was on your very long to-do list at some point.
Just retrieved the milk from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Carry on. Okay.
And Antoinette looks to the character, and she says, "Are you a werewolf?"
This creature laughs, and it's a very disconcerting. So he laughs, and it's almost a croak. You hear within it almost a toad-like croak, but it's definitely laughing.
Our travels have taken us as far as the blah 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 mountains.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for a friend of ours who was supposed to have been supposed to have travelled here by the name of Emil.
You know him.
You are friends of Emil.
We are not known to him, but we are his friends. Yes, we helped his.
We're not
We helped his
you
family.
guys laugh at us.
The
We're
friends
his
he's never
friends.
met.
Well, we helped his family out of a difficult situation, and they bid us seek.
Maybe you should speak with my mistress then.
Who would that be?
Oh, she's upstairs. You can just go up. She's expecting you.
She's a drink.
All right.
Huh?
She's a drink.
She's a great.
Oh, she's a
Quinny will head upstairs. Yeah.
Are we on terrible
Yeah.
jokes today?
Yeah.
Is that today's
That's
theme?
Today's thing.
Today's theme.
We're not murdering baby rocks today. We're making bad jokes.
Valid.
No, that's every day. That's okay.
I will go up after Quinny.
Let's go over. So you go up. Oh yeah, you go up. It's a horribly compound map. There you go. So you go up. You go up these stairs, and you come into what appears to be a. Let's move you there. There you go.
Ooh. Oh no.
Wait,
Oh.
where am I going right now?
In the middle of the room sits this sort of bubbling cauldron with vapours rising off it. On one desk there are beakers and what seems to be strange compounds with a smouldering fire glowing in a hearth. And a woman standing over the far side over here it doesn't turn but just goes, "Oh, you've come far. You have passed the gates. Even Strahd's army didn't breach the gates. A rare feat indeed." And she turns and she's got flowing dark hair and icy blue eyes.
Does she look like Arena?
She looks reasonably like Irina in that she's got dark hair and blue eyes. So, you know.
Can
As
I?
much as Irina as any other dark-haired, blue-eyed lady in the
It doesn't have a wing in it.
It isn't Irina. There you go. So it's definitely not Irina. So hold on. Where did we leave Irina last? Yeah.
Can I use my bell branch? And I'll try and I'll step forward and take a bow and introduce myself.
Not the
with the
branch.
disguise that it's ringing.
It's ringing. It's ringing. Undead.
Oh, okay. On the scale of things, nothing that bothers me too much.
For now.
And I'll say in someone else speaks Sylvan. You speak Sylvan? I swear someone else spoke Sylvan. Never mind.
I should speak.
Oh, no, is it Primordial that he's trying? Or Abyssal?
I've got a bit
I
of
speak Celestial, Common, Elvish.
You're going to just speak to her in lots of languages and see
I
what
was
she
trying-
responds to.
I was trying to discreetly say that they're undead in a language they might not have, but I'm not going to bother.
Oh, okay.
That's far too difficult. But yeah, I'll introduce myself. Quinny,
We've probably recognised it.
Probably, yeah.
It rings.
Rings, the bell branch at Quinny Bells.
Oh, does that tell us someone's undead or something?
Undead, fiend face, celestial,
And this one is
So
undead.
this one is undead.
different bells.
Ah.
She goes, welcome. My name is Ludmilla. How may I help you?
We're looking for a meal.
Maybe bizarre. Number one, Emil, you need that guy. Also, have you seen the legendary Lost Wizard? This is why we're wrong.
There might be a meal in the culture.
I think we're
Stop
stretching.
it.
I think we're stretching as
Stop
far
it.
as it's going to go.
So this woman approaches you. She seems to be in her early 20s. She's got this long dark hair. She's got a long sort of red and black gown with a black cloak, and she has a sort of a tiara with a red gem sitting at the centre.
Oh.
You're all overexcited, but yes.
Is it about yay big?
No.
It's like football size, don't they?
They're pretty. They're they're chunky. They're not the kind of ones you'd wear on your head.
You're a giant.
I'm going to say to her, do you happen to know about any gems that are slightly larger than the ones, but very similar to the one on the tiara?
You speak of the Fae gems lost long in history.
No,
I'm
more
a-
than a lot. Maybe.
I'm afraid I don't know of their whereabouts.
Insight check.
If I would, I wouldn't tell you.
Fair enough.
I'm still going to insight check.
Okay.
So it was a bad insight check. It was like 13. Oh no,
17.
that's...
You don't think she knows.
Okay.
You think she's being honest and truthful at the moment.
Can I, as we're having the conversation, just look closer at the vials on the table?
There's lots of vials on the table. You can see lots of sort of herbs, pestle and mortar, what looks like some sort of distilling
Does anything look
beakers.
like blood?
Pardon?
Do any of them look like vials of blood?
Roll investigation.
15.
There are definitely some dark red vials.
Your ally downstairs said that you were expecting this. Is that true?
Oh, Munster knows everything that is going on.
Who?
Munster, my ally downstairs, he opened the door for you and let you in, I believe. Yes.
Is he a werewolf?
She laughs. It sounds like a laugh. No, he is not. Emil is a werewolf.
You do know it.
Of course. He is my guest.
Oh, lovely. We are friends of his partner, blah, blah, blah. We were hoping to sleep with him. Things have changed back with his pack.
Oh, I'm sure he will be pleased to hear that. Would you like me to take you to him?
Yes, please.
That sounds like a bad idea.
And she just points. She points to the stairs on the far side of her chamber and goes, "He's just up there."
I have to...
Can I
Yeah,
insight
I'm-
check that?
I'm very curious. What is it that you are making?
Do you understand the alchemical arts?
Not in great detail. I can make a good gin. Some of the others here, on the other hand, know more about it.
It is not a gin, and if you know not the alchemical arts, I do not have it time to explain it to you right now. Would you like to go and... Emil is upstairs if you wish to see.
Yeah, alright.
I got a 10 on my insight.
No,
Oh yeah, Emil's upstairs.
I know herbalism.
Do I get any bonuses for like in your investigation and it's poison?
Oh no, herbalism is...
Antoinette will probably...
Different skills.
Yeah.
Different skill.
Antoinette will say, I I'm actually a master of transmutation. I turn objects into other objects. I think that's a kind of alchemy.
It is certainly a special kind of something, isn't it?
I showed a wolf fur coat and I just like proudly showed off.
How is Bonesy?
Oh,
Did you kill Bonesy?
No, Bonesy fell off the cliff.
That you put there?
Mountains have cliffs. Cliffs are on mountains. It is a geographical construct, not a mechanical one.
the site extends very far.
There is little that happens in these mountains that I am not aware of.
Antoinette believes this person killed Bonesy now.
Upstairs?
Yeah, let's go find his corpse.
It could
I reckon he's alive. I think it's worse than
I'm
that.
gonna torture him.
Maybe he turned into a bear.
Damn it, stop it.
So,
Why did you name a character this?
what? What was that?
That would be wisdom.
Maybe he got turned into a meal.
You get to the it's so funny. You get to
What's something so funny? I'm gonna say
So
it's so funny.
so you get to the top of the stairs, and there's a door on this side, and then a sort of narrow corridor. There's stairs down over here, and then there's a door around the other side.
Yeah, Bonesy was my one animate dead scroll.
No, I've got it.
Check the doors.
Bone meal.
Let's split up and look for clues.
Split up and look for.
Okay. Is that the
So
door
that's the
we
door
just
you've
came
just
through?
come through at the top of the stairs.
I'll go check that door.
This door is held with a padlock. So there's a padlock on this door.
Efford, we should go to that one.
I should do.
I'll probably go north.
I will also.
Okay.
I will follow the little man.
So
Try going.
Can I
For
do
south.
an investigation check first?
which way do you want to go?
Is anyone going south?
Oh, yeah, so, Ethelry.
So Ethelry is picking this lock.
Are at the door.
Yep.
And then,
Antoinette's gone round here.
I think Quinny's also going.
No, investigate first. I got a 17.
So with 17 with investigation, again, it looks like a pretty strong, heavy wooden door. Pretty standard padlock. You can't see any obvious traps on this. It looks like a pretty standard padlock.
In which case, I'll do sleight of hand for a 31.
Padlock unlocks and just falls loose on the door. As you open the door, you see Emil.
No!
Let me put some light in here. Sitting in silver manacles on the floor.
is it a full moon?
No, not
This is a very rude way to treat your guest.
Yeah, is she with us?
No, she's still
Do we try and unpick the...
He does appear to be alive. You can medicine check him if you want to. So he's currently sitting on the floor with sort of silver manacles.
Think of what the room is like.
Yeah.
With silver to a whale, when you're wearing silver manacles, you can damage to another party.
You can roll insight.
Oh, sorry.
You're right.
I got a 19 on medicine.
On medicine, he is weak. Mechanically, he is near death. He's got 3 levels of exhaustion. and he's weak. He's got more than 1 hit point, but less than 10.
31.
31 on perception. You think he's been here for a considerable amount of time. He's very thin. He does look like he's been fed. There are bones in here from sort of various creatures. He seems to have puncture wounds in his neck.
I knew it!
Oh.
A were-vampire.
No, she's a vampire, I think.
Can I
I mean,
unlock the manacles? Is there like a locking mechanism I can kick?
Yep.
That's a 37.
You remove the silver manacles.
Okay.
What did you get for insight?
11.
You don't know whether or not the silver manacles are there because they're harming him, or whether they're just pretty and they're holding him tight.
Are the silver manacles attached to the wall or something like that?
Yeah, so they're in the wall, and he's just manacled into the corner of the wall.
Can we check out the other room?
Yeah. So,
Very nice lady. Is there a window on this room?
pardon?
Is there a window on this room?
There are windows on this level. So there's a window here.
Were there windows on the level below?
Yes,
Were they
there
covered
are.
in drapes?
Yes, but it was a much nicer bit room than this one. So there's window here,
500.
and there's a window here.
I don't know if I'd get back up.
This door doesn't appear to be locked.
Oh, what if she's that
I
other
can walk on
vampire
wall,
chick?
so I can just walk on the wall around the side first.
I don't think I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we went to film on the wall? And we ran
Oh,
the stride,
Bloodspur.
and the also a vampire.
Yeah, but she looked like Irina.
Yeah,
So does this one.
she does a little bit, but yeah. So she could be that.
Everyone looks like Irina.
All female characters in this look a lot like Irina. They're just all the same. Not that that's in any way racist. That all Barovian women look much the
The
same.
genetic
Barovian-
diversity there is just razor.
Barovia is so gothic that every chick is
Essentially, that is the vibe. Yeah. Out of interest, roll history, or you could probably get away with religion. There's
19.
okay. You think that these are not necessarily Barovian women. You think that people have been born here, but you also think that people have been brought here because they look like Irina.
Yeah.
So this is Strahd searching for Tatiana, and
So maybe if I vanish, I should piss off and never come back.
Should just go home.
You wanna go home?
so you don't think that all the women who look like Irina are necessarily from Barovia.
Yeah.
Is your as opposed to they're very inbred and they all have dark hair and blue eyes. You would guess that this is probably Munster's room. There's some sort of personal items. There's some block cloaks. There's some outdoor boots. It's a pretty simple cot with a straw mattress. There's nothing particularly anything of interest in here. So you think this is probably Munster's quarters.
Has the bed got legs?
Munster's bed?
Yeah.
No, it's a cot on the floor. It's just a sort of wooden pallet with a straw mattress.
Is there anything wooden that we could perhaps fashion into a stake-shaped object?
You could attempt to fashion Munster's bed into a stake-shaped object. It's made of wood, if you wish to.
I could probably just stab him with my arm. I'm made of wood.
I don't even know if that does
Take your
anything
own arm and
in D&D.
just carve a sharp bit in it.
I was going to say, have you not got a steak arm in your Go-Go Gadget collection of limbs? You've got skis, for fuck's sake.
Can I roll a luck check to see if I've got one that's just a sharp arm?
I just realised something.
Yes, go for your life.
11. No.
No.
Internet, you have your mutating thingy, right? Can you mutating things silver manacles into like a mutating silver steak?
Do you mean fabricate?
Fabricate. Yeah.
Because isn't silver like
But-
Damn, yeah. Could we silver some weapons?
Yeah. With fabricate.
Would you allow me to do that?
Silver for werewolves, huh?
I'd allow you could roll 1d4.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's only for
And I could silver some 1d4
You
weapons.
told me that.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can silver 1d4 of our weapons.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I think D&D is pretty specific.
Oh, the sword. Just let him out and be like, ah!
That's 4.
You can silver
So
4
who's
weapons.
got weapons? I'll silver Harleen's weapon. I'll just take the manacles and then I'll just summon some little strings that'll stretch out the material and melt it and then fashion it into new shapes.
Ethelweir's really slightly pissy because the last time he got something silvered, it cost a fortune.
And it was
I do
terrible.
Yeah, but I also have shitloads of money.
I'll silver your best weapon. Is it already silvered?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll silver your fist. Do you have
No,
nothing?
my staff is
It's
also.
Oh, your staff.
So just the point, the
Imagining he's got brass knuckles. I'm like, yeah, I'll silver them.
No, the walking stick head, little silver, and the little foot that all that goes around.
Love.
I'll do that, and then it leaves a little mark that says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah, it's strewn up there.
Do you use a weapon?
I've got the sun sword.
Mechanically, what's the
Woo!
Alright,
Ooh, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
do you need anything silvered?
Quinny, the only weapon Quinny has is her horns.
I'll silver the hammer of
Silver the
Perforos
chips.
as well then.
Okay.
Unless anyone's got any ranged weapons they want silvered.
I could silver my darts. But,
Yeah, the things that do my damage anyway.
Right,
Not
it's all
so many,
silvered.
but,
I mean, you're going to shut this TV aircon in?
Oh yeah, you could turn the aircon off. I don't mind. That's probably. I only put it on because we were in there and I was hot. So the only other thing up here is a desk, and that's about it.
Can you look inside the desk?
You can have a look. Yep. So inside the desk is what appears to be a couple of things. There appears to be a diary. What languages have you got? Which is now relevant?
Abyssal, celestial, common, undercommon.
This is written in Abyssal.
Oh, cool. I've got a pistol.
Does anyone else have abyssal?
That's a nasty language to write a diary in.
Yeah.
This tells me this is not a very happy person.
Well, it sucks to be here.
That was wrong.
Is my assessment.
That's the wrong thing.
Sorry.
It's under tools and weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just deep stage.
Yeah, same.
I don't. I'm just looking to see whether I have already put it in, but I haven't, because that would be.
I knew it was one of the things.
It's not the diary of being a watcher, is it?
No. It's a different diary, but I will. I will. So this is. You think this is. This is Ludmilla's diary. I'll drop it in the shared documents at some point. But essentially, it's been centuries since I first came to Barovia. I've seen many lives come and go. Strahd grows darker as immortality has taken its toll. It sort of goes on. He's forsaken his gift of immortality. I will not make the same mistake. Strahd's curse will be his undoing. I will wait for my time to come. And then there's some bits and pieces about Strahd's become occupied and visits the abbot in Presk. He spends more time travelling. He thinks he has found Tatiana's soul again. Stuff about growing tired of his brides. And then the law surrounding the lycanthrope is fascinating. They are immune or have some ability to resist damage. I will begin some experiments. I will study to learn all I can. And you get the feeling that this details experiments that she has been conducting on this werewolf because of the sort of lycanthropy is both a blessing and a curse in Barovia. Perhaps feeding on his blood will give results. I do not wish to kill him. He poses no threat. So you kind of get the impression that she has been holding this werewolf and trying to gain some kind of lycanthropic vampire power and knowledge. I have ventured to the Amber Temple more times than I care to remember. Each time ends in frustration. I am unable to gain entry to the vaults. The vault doors are sealed by some powerful magic and most likely will either destroy the contents of the room or cause serious harm.
Agreed.
We
No
know-
touching of the vault.
So do we know what? Is this lady a vampire?
Sounds like it.
I've heard rumours of a great library. I can only assume they lie behind one of the vault doors sealed for centuries.
I thought we touched the ball.
The dark vestiges are the true powers of Barovia. I cannot allow them to escape. Their pull is powerful. I can only wonder what other powers are locked away in the Amber Temple.
Seems like she's alright as a person apart from the experimenting on werewolves.
I have made pacts with two of the dark vestiges.
What part of I will bide my time for Strahd to disappear?
Yeah, she just wants to be the next
Hang on,
Strahd.
it's
She wants to
Luke Miller.
There must be passwords to unseal the locks. Once I learn the secrets, I will be able to lead Barovia into a new era and face Strahd.
Alright.
See, she wants to fight Strahd.
Yes.
But does she want to fight Strahd to become the next Strahd?
Got it.
I have
She wants to be the next Strahd.
I'm keen to try this. Start swinging this around.
I have found a poor outcast from the Abbey, a mongrel man called Munster. I have taken him to become the tower's caretaker. He has served me well. He is the only loyal companion I know. I have disguised him to hide his true nature and keep prying eyes away.
Ooh. Poor monster. She doesn't seem that bad.
Wild.
Yeah.
According to Munster's last visit to Vallaki, the time is ripe to take Strahd soon. There is no one in power there, and the people are in disarray. Lady Wachter is no more. She had always been loyal to Strahd. The time is approaching.
Oh,
No, there
she
are
could
some
be a valuable
problems.
ally. Of vampire.
She could also be
There are some problems with the stabilized society, which new bad things come in when you kick out old bad.
Hey, that campaign ends with Strahd. I don't care what you do.
Like stable tier person is better than chaotic.
You're leaving Barovia in a better state than you found it.
Try.
I'll just give you the. Is there any reason to think if you put another dark power in instead of Strahd, given your overall power, that they would be any more inclined to let you go?
No, they would turn on immediately.
Oh, okay. Just
And we'd be weak after finding Strahd, so she'd probably bomb us. So we should take it in.
Okay. Are we strong right now?
We're
Yes.
not.
I have heaps of stuff.
Okay.
11 characters. Just need to make sure. Actually,
You got a diamond?
Yeah.
Hey, we're good.
Yeah, just make sure I don't.
Well, yeah, that's
I need
true.
to be
I'm also
That's
out of
always
healing,
the
so
trick.
Um,
I've
So,
got 1 cure wounds left.
It was like
Okay.
someone wearing his towel for the night. Get a good rest.
yeah, but the person we're going to fight is downstairs. She's just going to come up and kill us. While we're sleeping.
She also can probably hear this entire conversation.
Yeah, probably.
She sees everything.
I like her.
I am going to.
your friends, yeah.
I want to do
Everyone.
2 things before we start heading downstairs.
Yep.
I want to first use a lesser restoration on our friend Neil.
Okay.
That might make I doubt it too much, but hurt. Maybe get rid of 1 level of exhaustion. And then I would like to cast Greater Invisibility.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, so you can drop a meal by 1 level of exhaustion with less restoration.
That's fantastic.
So that takes him down to 2.
So now you should be able to just assassinate the shooter. Hopefully. She's got super weird spells, so she might be able to see that. That is worth a try. And you can still attack with greater invisibility. So,
Cool.
regular invisible you do, but greater invisibility you don't. But it's a concentration, so if I get hit like
I'm just going to be real.
1 minute, yeah, so we've got 10 actions.
That's
Is
right.
that going to happen now or as we go down?
Yeah, as we go down this.
I imagine the stairs are less than 30 feet.
Yeah.
If we mature and walk outside.
Okay. So you're going back down?
Yep.
Are you leaving Emil up there, or are you taking him with you?
Let's leave Emil up here while we
Yeah, unless he wants to.
Emil, buddy. You alright?
Pretty bad.
Emil looks really buggered.
Oh, can I
He,
do something?
yeah, of course.
Can I give him White Claw's tincture, which will cure any... Oh, what kind of restoration did you do?
Lesser.
Which will cure any disease and poison.
No.
Is he just exhausted?
He's got mechanically 5 hit points, and now he's got 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, sorry. I thought he may have been
I
infected
could
with
have
death.
potentially greater restoration.
Yeah, we'll leave him. We'll leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cost me a third of the diamond that I'm using for the diamond.
So you guys head back down. Ludmilla is basically where you left her. She's there you go. She's sort of gently stirring this cauldron in the center of the room.
You are evil, and we are here to stop you.
That is a very big statement.
It's a big accusation.
For one that I have only just met.
Yeah, but we see how you treat your guests.
Werewolves are treated worse by others than they have been by me. I have not killed him. Many have died.
I put up the book and just flip through it.
Perhaps
Oh.
death would have been kinder than what you've done to us.
While you guys are talking, I'm going to sneak around the back as well.
Okay. Roll stealth with advantage for sneaking around in her office. Invisibility doesn't make you silent.
No, I understand.
I would like to say to her, you must promise never to harm a living soul again. And I'll cast Gaius.
That's 21, by the way.
Very fun.
That is pretty
A
fun.
living soul, so she can kill vampires. I'm not living.
Can I amend my wording there?
No.
Alright.
No, you get. Antoinette could just be. You can amend your wording if you would like.
You must promise never to harm
Anyone or anything.
No, she wanted to
anyone.
eat.
Thing one. That's an interesting level of interpretation.
You may not harm a creature, a beast,
A living being.
a construct.
Something that has a
Say?
conscience.
Wisdom.
You may not harm anyone who lives other than Shrub.
It's not living being.
Because vampires are TikTok, are they?
Yeah.
27.
I guess that's a fail.
That's ninth gets it to a long time. Yeah, cool. That succeeds, obviously.
She smiles and goes, I do not like promising things that are very difficult to achieve. I believe you have all harmed many living and not quite living creatures since you have been in Barovia. I'm unclear why you would hold me to a different standard.
No, we've never at any point in time went up and tortured them for weeks at a time.
Yes. Oh, well, I did
But we
do
had-
that
except
thing
for
where
that
I
kid.
drained one's brain.
Or that kid.
It wasn't days, but it was for like
That
an
kid.
hour or something.
The balloon
I
kid.
killed a baby.
He
rock.
was evil,
We have to
and I
See,
incinerated him.
yet another
quickly.
person who was torturing other people.
Yes.
By the way, Emma, my stealth was 21.
Yep.
So I'm going to sneak up behind her
Get ready to attack.
with daggers ready. Daggers are ready.
Double check. Just
With enough time for talking.
Well, that's all my fifth level stuff.
She doesn't seem to respond to you moving around. So she smiles and goes, I'm unclear precisely what the problem is here. I have not permanently harmed Emil. He would recover absolutely fine. I'm simply pursuing knowledge and skills. I do believe since you have been in Barovia, you have killed a good number of citizens.
But we haven't made pacts with the dark powers.
Or tortured anyone for days on end.
Or that.
Oh, short-term torture is better than long-term torture, quite clearly. I have fed...
I know so much.
She smiles and goes, your deeds are spoken about in many parts of Barovia. It is not often that somebody gets taken through the town and incinerated in the churchyard.
But how did you know about Bonesy?
Or because
and the
he...
churchyard incineration.
Well, Bonesy fell off the cliff just below here. You should be careful with avalanches when travelling along the path. You did well to dodge the rock, though.
We did.
Are we entertaining a debate with this person?
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm
We
just
just
Can
smiling.
I just check to Edwin his head and just be like, this fucking
Quinny tries really hard to distract her by recalling an ethics lecture she once slept through hungover in Druid school.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes, fascinating. Do you or do you not want Barovia rid of Strahd?
Undoubtedly. And all the evil he brings with him.
Indeed. So you would agree that there is a better way to do things here?
Undoubtedly.
Yeah,
And it is not
generally not from people that have made pacts with Dark being sealed away.
Why?
Because they're bad.
But how would you know?
We've seen the effect they've had on Strahd.
And you would assume that's the effect that it has had on everyone?
Yeah.
Interesting. Seeing as one walks among you, who has made such a pact.
What? What? Who is this?
We're looking at you.
Hey,
That sounds
yeah,
like
you've
a
been
big-
doing
Why
it,
you-
so-
that sounds like-
You're the only one
Because that's a you thing to do.
God.
Because that's a you thing to do.
Oh, Lord of
Maybe it's now.
Oh.
Is it
Maybe it's
necessarily the source of the power or how you wield it that is important?
You have wielded it to hold someone captive and torture them. You have
I have
evidenced your
simply fed. One has to feed. If one is a vampire, that was not of my choosing. I simply fed on a meal rather than innocent children of Barovia with less blood. He cannot turn into a vampire as a werewolf.
Have you considered being a vegetarian vampire? And only eating blood from animals, like sheep and goats?
You misunderstood the term vegetarian.
No, isn't that like the whole Twilight?
Does
thing?
that-
I feel like
Does that come out
When
of
he
the
just taps you
shadows?
on the shoulder. We'll unpack that.
Does that come out of the shadows? I think you've misunderstood vegetarianism, Mr. Zephyr's from over there by the fireplace in his head. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I understand Blinsky to be a most excellent toy maker, but the skills to animate and bring life to creatures is not something he has had before now. So is it the power? Is it the power or the way that the power is wielded? Antoinette.
Are you suggesting that I've made deals with dark powers?
You are the deal with the dark power.
Stalling so that the visibility runs out. Just
I'm
stab
sorry,
him!
guys. Tell me, tell me when to go.
Is that what Malachi? Can we just be
Just
clear?
go.
Is that Malachi over the
Right.
table or Malachi in the room shouting into
Malachi
the...
in the room.
Of course it is.
I've already rolled my attack roll.
Okay. no.
If Malachi's shouting that, can I try a whole person spell? Oh, they're undead. No.
If Malachi's shouting that, then you should roll for initiative.
Do I roll attack roll first or roll
Injury or attack roll?
You can, yes.
So that was a 24 and a crit.
Nice.
And the crit.
One of them being silver dagger too.
Right, clearly the crit was on the silver dagger with assassin.
Well, the assassinate would be. Should we say that she's surprised?
By
Crit
you?
Anyway. Yeah.
Um,
Crit anyway. Yeah.
You would crit anyway because you've got assassin and you've got first attack. So, but you get to go ahead because she doesn't know you're there, so you get an extra round of combat. Harleen,
7.
Mr. Zephyr, sir.
36
10. Malachi.
15.
No, that is 16.
Antoinette.
23.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's what happens when you Blinsky's evil spawn.
14, 56, plus all of this.
Okay. Quinny.
11.
Okay.
76 damage.
Okay. Etherdry. Initiative.
Oh, I haven't rolled initiative yet.
76, yeah?
Oh, damage roll. Bam, initiative is knocked up. 29. Whoa!
29.
Yeah, I get plus 10 to initiative.
I think that is a machine. I'm like all the rails and I'm like, starting with that.
Okay. Etherdry, you get another go. Yep.
Nine,
Mm-hmm. So you will roll with sneak attack. So she's not surprised. She knows where the attack came from. but you are hidden because you're still invisible. So you will get sneak attack.
How many rounds do you reckon the walk away costs us?
Oh, it's not cost you. How long's it up?
Yeah,
minute.
it's a minute. So a minute.
You've probably got one round.
One
Bef-
round
yeah.
before it's gone.
Yeah.
That's
You've
fair.
been chatting about the ethics of...
Well, doesn't it drop when there's a
No.
No, not
Yeah.
greater
Yeah.
invisibility.
I got 19 and 21.
Hits. Okay. Antoinette.
Would I be able to roll a check based on the Ben Richten book that I read on monsters?
Yes.
Whether I'd know any of their weaknesses?
Yeah, you can just roll history.
More for you.
12.
You you know that she can see in the dark. You know that she is resistant to physical damage, non-magical physical damage, and you know that she is resistant to necrotic and psychic damage.
Okay. Then I won't do what I was going to do.
Do we know what anything about her saves it?
In terms of
Highest,
sorry,
lowest, saving throws.
she is pretty high across the board, very high intelligence.
Yeah.
So intelligence by a long way, and then probably charisma. So intelligence,
And
charisma, wisdom.
Jesus Christ. I hate to see what intelligence is.
Okay, I'm going to cast Rule from Psychic Lance. So that's an intelligence save. That passes, but she'll take half damage. 25, 28, so 14 damage. And she's not incapacitated.
14, what kind of damage?
Psychic.
Okay. Anything else?
Is she near that cauldron?
Yeah, she's pretty near that.
I'm going to use my bonus action shove to try and shove her into the cauldron.
You can attend her for
Alright.
Yep.
Using my telekinetic feat.
Okay.
So that's a, I think it's a grapple. Oh no, it's just a strength save.
Yep.
From her.
So that's a 9.
She fails.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to push her 5 feet back into the cauldron.
Okay. She doesn't appear particularly bothered by that.
Okay,
But, yep.
that's fine.
Um,
And yeah.
so
I might move. Can I climb up?
yeah,
Can I climb up the staircase?
yep,
Go kind of up the top here,
yep,
so I'm away from the group.
you can. Okay. She is going to can she? Yes, she can.
Should we talk about someone that's
She's going to move out of the cauldron and step back, and then she's going to cone of cold.
Oh.
So that's a con save from everybody.
Even me?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. 30.
Natural 20.
Save.
12.
Fail.
28.
Save.
What are we doing again?
Con. Save.
Yeah. 11.
Fail.
Oh,
Ethically.
5 and 6.
Fail. So that's 40. 40 damage on a fail. 20 on a success.
And I wasn't using my medic unit.
And she goes, this is very, very rude.
You're rude!
I have done nothing.
Should have seen a posse recognize.
she's torturing people.
And
You killed Bonesy!
and
Oh my
as
God.
she stands there, you see her wounds starting to heal up, and she stands there and goes, "This is not the way you behave as a guest."
We'll see how you
Malachi, you're up.
I'm going to
We've seen how you treat guests.
I'm going to go forward. Get 30 feet close to her. Try to get out of that.
So you want to move towards her?
Yeah. Could I get within melee?
Yeah.
Let's give this bloody sword a crack.
Woo.
That's it. That's 14.
Got my inspiration.
Does it work like that?
I think it does.
14 it is.
Misses.
I know you
Cool. And I'll bonus action. What's this one?
Okay.
That. Feel better. 19 hits. Sorry, 20 hits.
Hits.
That will do 10 fortunately.
Okay. Let's put spiritual weapon on there. 10 bludgeoning. Quinny, you're up.
I would like to cast. I want to use the healing staff. I'm going to use the bonus action heal you gave me on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 11 hit points for everybody.
Thank you. We can do that too!
And then I would like to. Fuck it, let's give it a go. I will say, I will try casting Flesh to start. So I'm going to con save, please.
You're gonna hold it like 3 rounds.
It's got to go for a bit, but even if she passes, she can't move.
7.
Fantastic. She's restrained, which I believe is advantage on attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Pretty.
And as I do that, I will put my hand onto the ground, and the tile start climbing up her, and I'll say, Strahd fancies himself the land. Would you like to become like them?
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, the
Nice.
same attack rolls have advantage, and their attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dex saves.
Fantastic.
So hit them with anything you've got. And then I'd like to move. I don't know. Those are stairs going down, aren't they?
Yep.
Can
Going
I,
back down to... Yep.
Can I get some cover if I just duck down there? I don't have any reactions I can take anyway, so I'll just
Where's
go
Munter?
a little way down the stairs.
Down there, probably.
Yep, he is.
You're probably gonna run into safe section.
That's it.
At the end of your action, she uses a legendary action. That was bad, isn't it? I do quite like a legendary action.
They're good.
They are good. To summon what appears to be a swarm of rats. There's one here, and one there. One legendary action. Zephyr up.
Sorry, where were the 3 rats?
There's one there, one up there. I'll make them glow in a minute. One here. Swarms of rats, yeah.
I want to wander over between the 2 piles of eggs.
Mhm.
To about here, maybe?
Yep.
I think I can get 2 of them in there. And I'm going to use my special self, which is dex saving throw for them. Otherwise, we'll take 2d8.
Okay. Dex saving throw on the rats. So one's an 18, and the other is also an 18.
They're both so they're taking damage. I'm also going to wander over to her. And how does the sounding work? Can I attempt to take the tiara off her head?
Ooh.
Mm.
I don't know what she pretends.
You can attempt to take the tiara off her head.
Dexterity.
Except it's 25.
25 hits. So 25, you take her tiara off.
Okay. And would that deal damage as well?
It appears to have taken her tiara off.
Okay. And now use my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's a not good to hit.
13 misses.
Yeah. And I'm just going to get in her face. I'm just going to get her through. I wanted to hit.
Okay. You want to be right up there.
Yeah.
Okay. I shall move you 1 second.
But I want to. Can I like reaction throw a tiara away or like down the stairs?
Over here.
You can chuck it at Quinny. Yeah.
I'll chuck it at Quinny. Like I'll knock it off towards Quinny. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
So
going down the stairs.
you've lobbed this tiara at Quinny. That's
It's a
fine.
big gym in it.
So you moved right over. Are you in melee or not in melee?
They've got disadvantage on attack. No, attack rolls.
I'll just go in melee.
In
I
melee.
just want.
Okay.
I've got 10-foot range.
Yep.
But I'll just go in her melee.
They're restrained at least for the next 4 minutes. So anyone can roll one.
Oh,
They're restrained.
I've got to get advantage on attacks, wasn't I?
Yep.
Sorry.
And-
Can I?
Not on the rats.
Not on her.
And
Oh, did you attack her as well?
Yeah. That was what the settings are. The second attack.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, with advantage, that wouldn't have been much better. 16.
Hits.
16.
Yep.
Okay. That's 15 damage, and can she make a contact? Yeah, why not?
restrained, stunned. How
Does it make her saves even worse?
I don't know if it can.
She fails a con save and chooses to pass.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Good.
No, I mean, we can just keep using
Fail strength and dex saves if they're stunned, so very bad.
So she chose to pass her con save. Harleen.
I'm going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
So get that's the thing I can do. And then I'm taking my blood spear and I'm going for my attack.
At range.
No. Going into melee range with them.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because they're flying?
You already have advantage.
You just have advantage.
That's an 18 to hit for the first one.
Hits.
That's a crit for the second.
Okay.
A miss for the third. And 25 for the fourth.
Get the game off that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you not get hit by the cold?
No, but then he healed me.
Oh, you've healed.
There's only
No.
11 healing, you can't full.
So you took 20 if you
And then
saved.
you've healed 11.
Probably because I didn't do it as a
110. Yeah. That's my kind of healing. I like
So
that.
that's 9 piercing damage for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
21 for the second.
Yep.
And 9 for the third.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay. This swarm of rats. Anything else?
That was it.
Okay. So this first swarm of rats goes up and tries to bite at Antoinette.
Oh, rude.
Well, you stood on the stairs. They're on the stairs. It's 18.
To hit?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's 6 rat swarm damage. I think that's piercing. Otherwise known as rat swarm damage.
Not poison.
No, they're not poisonous rats. This group goes down to attack Quinny. There's 3 swarms of rats. They're just all going at the same time. So that's a 4 to hit.
No.
Fine. Jolly good.
I simply refuse.
And the other one goes after Etherdwee.
You're just like, what is this thing in my leg?
You've got hooves, you can't bite them.
And
Yeah, it's like trying to fight.
and Etherdwee's crit fail. He's so tiny they just can't even find his feet.
Meanwhile,
It's,
there's rats just climbing over Antoinette.
Yeah, Antoinette's covered in rats. Etherdwee, you're up. Antoinette, you're on deck. Etherdwee, you're up.
I'm going to attack this one with my dagger of venom. And I'll throw another dagger on my offhand.
You've got advantage, so you can do
Who are you attacking?
The wick.
So you're here.
Yep.
She's there. So you moving?
Can I move to that, please?
So
I'm still
are you-
invisible, right?
No.
I'm not invisible anymore.
No.
Alright, that's cool. I'll still go after
And there's rats here. So if you want to disengage, you can as a bonus action, or you can just take the attack of opportunity. It's up to you.
Yeah, my dagger's going to be useless against this one rat, so I'm going to just walk away, and I'm only going to use my one dagger this time.
Are you disengaging or just?
Yeah, I'll disengage.
Okay, fine. Yep.
And then I shall attack with my poison dagger.
Yep.
Do I still get advantage on the attack?
Yep.
So 27 was my best attack.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 28 it was.
Hits.
And I'll still get my thing on my heart.
Always get 3% if you get damage.
Yes. So, 2, 8.
I'll cast a spell if it doesn't have enough.
21. Sorry. 27 total for normal damage.
Yep.
And then can she also please make the
Sorry.
save Constitution save, please. DC 15. For poison.
Yep.
She passes.
19.
That's a pass.
Okay.
So that's just the standard damage that I'm
Okay. All right. She's going to take her final legendary action. She's taking 2, and she's going to try and bite Etherdwe.
Disadvantage.
Yep.
Because if it's drinking a chance of
18 to hit.
That's a hit.
No.
15
Um,
piercing damage. Yep.
Okay.
yeah, we might have to bring you a stake or something.
And so it's
No.
hold on, let's just see which is which. So that's 5 piercing damage, 10 necrotic damage, maximum hit points down by 10. So 15 total, but 10 off your maximum hit points.
Okay.
Yeah?
Ouch.
Antoinette, it's your turn.
I want to run something by you as the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up in my books, the running water thing was there. Would you let me throw my flask of holy water at her,
Yeah.
and then bonus action quicken spell shape water so it's moving underneath her?
Damn.
Go for it.
I would like to do that.
That
So
sounds entirely sensible.
I throw my flask of holy water.
Yep.
And I say, "Go swim in a river," and then I make the water move. Just a gradual, like, downstream direction.
So you're going for a kind of running water effect.
Yeah.
With holy water.
With holy
Running
water.
holy water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that Antoinette just says, go swim in a river when she's annoyed at people. Go swim in a river.
Because if Antoinette went swimming in a river, she'd just sink to the bottom.
So you can roll your attack roll to see whether or not you and your straight damage from the holy water if you want.
What modifier would I use for that? Sorry. For the straight attack roll?
Oh, it would be improvised. So have you got any projectile attacks?
I've got a crossbow attack. Would it be similar to that? So that would be +7, so 22.
Hit.
23, sorry.
Yep.
And blast. I'm not doing this for the 2d8.
For
I don't think-
holy water,
It's 2d6. Yeah. I'm not doing this for the damage. It does 10 damage.
Nice.
And it's radiant.
Yep.
It's radiant. And it's running water. It ripples.
It ripples.
There's a sound of a pond.
Okay.
A babbling brook.
I'm screaming.
That's my
So
turn.
many people.
So she.
Why was that +20?
Pardon? Why did she get +20?
Yeah.
She heals at the beginning of her turn.
Wait, even in the running water?
Yeah. No, so running water, so she can heal, but she takes damage if she starts her turn, so she'll just lose it again.
Okay.
I just haven't done her losing it again.
I'm just joking.
No, but that's valid. So she can regenerate, but she just loses it. So she takes acid damage from starting her turn in your running water.
Lovely. And she did take radiant damage last
She did take radiant damage, yes. Um,
and she still regenerated, even with the radiant.
yes. She
She's a strong vampire.
puts her hand out and points at her cauldron.
Should she not?
I
Oh, that's a template,
Can I
isn't
get cover?
it? No.
I'm under the rats. Can they
This
The rats.
con save.
rat shield? Rat shield?
Is this a spell?
No. This
No.
is
Is this poison?
no, it's not. This is part of the gifts that she got from the vestiges that she
I got plus
did a
10.
deal with.
Rolled a nat one.
Ouch.
So everyone that rolled well in the last
Yeah.
rolled a 10, and I rolled
Pardon?
really well.
I rolled a 19.
18 passes.
Oh.
Meets beats.
29.
Passes.
24.
Passes.
Still
12.
Fails.
11 with a nat one.
Fails, but I'm going to be nice and say it just fails as opposed to fails and doubles
Oh, thank you, Emma.
because I'm such a kind
You
person.
are so
Con
kind.
save.
Con save, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Does
yeah,
this
Oh,
deal
no.
Contact
acid, fire, force, lightning, or thunder?
Pardon?
Does this deal acid, fire,
No.
cold, force, lightning?
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
I will deplete energy.
Okay.
Oh, 21.
Pass.
Yay.
So 20 on a pass, 40 on a fail.
Of the cold
Cold
roll.
damage?
Select 11, so that's
I think I'm about
29.
to get...
Oh. DC 10, DC 10, DC 10, DC 10. Thank God. Flesh
Just-
stone still up. Just not very good. Is that the end of her turn?
I was going to say, does she save again?
She needs to make another save.
And
She
did she
One
take
yeah.
fail,
the
no
acid?
successes.
Pardon?
Did you take the acid?
I'm just about to take the acid.
Sorry.
She has taken acid damage. And save is
17.
strength?
Con.
Con. $21.
Success. 1-1.
That's her turn. Malika, you're up.
I'm going to summon the Guardian of Faith right behind her. So that will do 20 damage.
So you're just going to stick it behind her? Okay.
My bonus action is to bonk with the 23
Let me put one of those there.
spiritual weapon. And it's going to be 8.
So on her turn or your turn?
I think it's at the beginning.
At the beginning of her turn. Okay. Okay. Okay, summons. Yeah. Okay. Quinny.
My turn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Fire Shield on myself, I think.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna be really smart. I'm gonna cast. Oh, yeah, Fire Shield, which gives me resistance to cold damage as well.
Okay.
Weird that it's Fire Shield that gives you cold, and then Cold Shield gives you fire resistance. So anytime anything hits me, it's gonna take some damage.
Makes sense. I'll probably yourself in a cold shield. You can't get
Oh, yeah, true.
fire like what
Yeah,
cold
true.
barrier.
I'm thinking of it like
Line
fire
of
and
fire.
I know it.
that's it. Yeah, no. That's probably. Do I get the feeling if I was to go further down these stairs, I might get some cover, or does it look like they're just not going to provide me with much?
It depends what she does. If you go right down to the floor below, so if you go sort of right round the corner, you'll probably get cover unless it's something that's got sort of a spherical impact, in which case it's going to
I probably
at
just
least
wanna
hit
stay-
most of the stairwell. If you keep going down, your monster, as far as you're aware, is on the floor underneath.
I think I'll just stay put.
Fine. Okay. At the end of your turn, she takes a legendary action to attack Zephyr for a 28. And where's the damage? There it is. And that does 8 piercing, 12 necrotic, and 12 of maximum hit points.
I still got plenty of points.
And Zephyr, you're up.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this backwards, so it's a little bit easier. Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
She takes 13 damage. And can she concentrate?
Yes.
She's also still restrained.
Yeah, I rolled
Still.
mine.
She'll be for a while.
She restrained?
Yeah, so she's restrained with the spellings.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's just
she's got to get those three.
three
successes
saves.
and
Yep.
be restrained.
20.
Passes. So you've taken that damage off. There's
Another 11.
another 11, then another 7, then another 8, then another.
What's that? So 13, 24, 39. Yeah?
That's all 5. Yes. Not with advantage. Although I did roll pretty well.
Okay.
Yep, that will keep going for at least the next 2 minutes.
She's going to take another legendary action to try and bite Harleen. Yep. 19 to hit.
Damn, just it.
So that's 17 total, 11 of which is necrotic and 11 off maximum hit points.
17 total. And 11 taken away. Did you say 11?
From maximum hit points, yeah.
I'm very, very, very not healthy. With 5 points.
Not that the DM needs to know that.
But that you can't see, all
Yeah.
seeing and all knowing.
It's your turn.
I'm looking great.
Oh, me, sorry.
Yes.
Well, with that, I'm just gonna attack her with the blood spear again. Still got advantage.
Yes.
That's a crit on the first hit. 17 on the dice plus 9, so it's a hit. 19 to hit.
Hits.
3. 13 plus 9, so 24. So that's 4 hits.
Yep.
First one being 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage on the first one. 10 on the second.
Yep.
10 on the third.
Yep.
And 9 on the fourth. 8 on the fourth.
Okay. So as you lunge at her with your blood spear, she goes down.
Woo!
And because she's in running water,
So I've taken her to
so she's at 0.
Okay,
so
fantastic. So I get 2d6 healing from
So she would normally disappear into mist, which she can't because she's in running water.
What would we describe
Stab the heart.
a creature that's dead in regards to con saves? Would we call those failures?
You can call them failures if you want to. So at the moment, she is lying sort of just gently twitching and smoking in this
Can I,
river of holy water.
Can I try and stab her in the heart?
Give it 12 seconds, she'll turn to stone.
Huh?
Yeah, if she's failing saves in 2 rounds, she'll turn to stone.
But you can
But you
stab
can
her in the
stab her
heart
in the
while
heart.
before she's
Stab her in
stoning.
the heart before she's stoned.
Cut off her head with a stun sword. Who knows it?
Yeah.
Do whatever I want.
I'm just curious what some folks
Can I quickly check her pockets before they turn to stone?
Okay, you want to pick her pockets in the next 12 seconds. Yeah.
Queen, I'll go with it, and as an action, grab pockets.
Antoinette's just playing around with the Babylon book.
A 19 to
Nice.
hit for stabbing in the heart.
Oh, you know, hits.
happens when you
Is
read the law
dead
books.
in a river of holy water, well restrained and dead in a river of holy water. I think that's probably a hit. So she's now stabbed through the head. Have you chopped her head off?
Oh, yeah. We'll make it.
Stabbed through the
Get the
heart.
stone head.
I'm nothing else.
I'm not carrying any more stone busts.
Souvenirs.
Aw.
You manage. You chop with the 13
Is that with advantage?
on the grounds
Roll a
that
3
she
and
is
6.
dead in a holy river water. You hit her with a 13, but actually, fortunately, don't manage to completely decapitate her. So as the stone, flesh to stone, takes effect, she turns into this. You can see the open wound on her chest, sort of gradually turning to stone as her head half held on by half a
Is that
vertebra
permanent
and some
effect
string.
of stone thing?
Yeah. Sort of her head is still attached, which is probably a good thing.
Stab her with a stake.
Yep.
I stabbed her with my spear,
While she
which
turns
is
stone.
essentially a stake.
Is it wooden?
Wooden spear is another type of
She's also stone.
She is now stone.
Just
Um,
in case someone.
Yeah.
In terms of,
Or we can break the stone as
in terms
Yeah,
of
let's grab the
well. Any
hammer.
damage made to the stone.
what she's got in her pockets.
Yes,
she's
please.
got, and you managed to get. You roll investigation, see how much you can get off her before she falls to pieces. / stone.
It's a critical fail.
Oh dear.
I know.
Can I give?
And I use
Her
I
pockets
give-
are turning to stone
Can I
as
give
you write.
inspiration?
Yeah, go for it.
Have my inspiration.
That's a critical success, honest to God.
Nice.
Wow, you went for a
Critical fail.
Thank you for the inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you for
You-
letting her
like,
transfer
no,
the inspiration.
This is how pockets are made.
She's got.
Can't you see this obvious loot?
She's got in her pocket. She's got an amulet. She's got 2 shards of amber.
Ooh. Those definitely go back into the temple.
Yeah.
Can I try to identify magic of some sort on the amulet?
Yep. So Arcana.
Would you let me use just straight wisdom as I know wisdom caster?
Yep.
Separate.
Can I aid?
Pardon?
Could I aid?
Yep. Go for it.
14.
You think this is divine magic?
Actually, can I guidance myself on that?
Yes, we can.
That brings it up to 19.
You think that this is an amulet of the devout.
I know that. I think I'll keep it.
Can I say 20?
Yeah.
Can
Do you want to do that thing
see
with,
what I can do?
with the tiara as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can have a look.
I mean, it could be
Investigation
nothing,
check.
or it could just be a really nice game for you to do it, but
Can I go with the tiara as well?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit better.
So it's a plus.
18 again.
So it's a +2 amulet of the devout.
Oh,
that's
that's
good.
so good.
That's so good. Oh
Oh my god.
For a 15 investigation, you can't find any healing potions here. You can find quite a lot of sort of alchemist supplies. so this would be an alchemical workshop as opposed to sort of brewing potions particularly. You can't see any. There's some vials of acid here. There look like there are some. Yeah, it looks like there's some vials of straight antitoxin, and then there's just lots of, sort of relatively standard stuff you'd find in a study. So parchment, ink, pen, magnifying glasses, that kind of stuff. There does appear to be a book covered in arcane symbols.
How many vials of acid?
1d4.
I'd love to grab that book.
18 to identify magic on the tiara.
You don't think this tiara is magical.
No.
It's just fashionable.
It's just fashion. It's
I'm
just
messing all of it
I
up.
thought I was like, I thought she was going to be like the chick from
Yeah,
Game
you
of
thought you were
Thrones
like
and like take off her red gem and all of a sudden she's some old hag or something.
Quinn considers trying it on, and then it clinks against her horns a couple of times.
Yeah.
Which I then to ethically and be like, this gem might not be of use.
It looks expensive, like it's finely wrought. It's beautifully made out of gold and rubies. It doesn't appear to be magical. It does appear to be expensive.
Can I open the book?
Yes.
Arcana.
So what's that?
This monster girl downstairs. I'm gonna go downstairs and see what it's like.
Can we?
10.
We might grab you before that and say, let's just have a look around first. Just in case. Maybe.
Sorry.
Wanna go small, what's the
10.
space?
You think this is a spell book? You think it is protected in some way.
I close it and then try opening it again.
Okay. You can open it. You can see that it has arcane writing. This is definitely a spell book. But it doesn't, you can't just read the spells that are within it.
There's no pictures.
There's no
Love
valid.
Why don't you
step-by-step
say-
picture instructions.
That's a good idea. I take Busky out of the bag and then shove the book in front of his eyes.
Oh, my master had one of these once. This is a spell book. It has spells within it.
What does it say?
Oh, you can try to learn them. Anyone can learn spells from this book if they succeed on understanding the lingua arcana and spend enough time studying. Technically, the spells within this book are castable by anyone with even rudimentary experience of anything.
That's potentially very cool.
Yeah.
So mechanically, arcana check and time in hours for level of spell.
Oh my god.
No, for each spell.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to. So Busty will tell you that within this book are a couple of cantrips. So there's Mage Hand, Prestidigitation. It's fine. There's Comprehend Languages, Fog, Cloud, and Sleep. Detect Thoughts, Gust of Wind, Mirror Image. Animate Dead, Bestow Curse. Non-detection.
Yeah, I hope he's got notification. Animate death!
She just wants to bind me the second.
Blight.
I already have that one.
Greater Invisibility. Dominate Person.
Oh.
So the Arcana check and the amount of time is based on the level of the spell. So the higher the level of the spell, the higher the Arcana check to be able to read the instructions, and the longer you would need to study. So for a level 5 spell, you'd need to study for at least 5 hours and pass the requisite check. But you do not need to be a caster to be able to cast from that. Really. If you put in the study and then you've got it, you can hold that as a prepared spell.
I want Animate Dead.
Even if you're not a magic caster?
Even if you're not a caster. Busty is currently waxing lyrical on the complex arcana required and the level of skill required is a
Antoinette's
wizard
drawing on
to
it
be
with
able,
crayons.
to be able to create such a tone that bestows arcane skill to the most mundane of people with enough study. You too. It comes under. You can buy like cantrip versions as you too can be a wizard, like Wizard for Dummies.
Wizardry for dummies.
Yeah, Wizardry for Dummies.
I'm not sure if we'd be able to tell this. Does it seem like the vampires created this book or gotten it from someone else? Does it seem like something would be in
Yeah,
their
are there
scope?
any seals or
They
anything?
didn't seem like that powerful of a spellcaster, and they just thought kind of felt stiff.
Please have up to.
So you don't feel, because you were looking for spell effects, you don't feel they used any spells.
Oh, okay. So they probably used this book to get some.
No, you don't think that you think that this this vampire was channeling some form of inner power. You don't think they were casting at all any of the cold related magic that they used. You think that was innate, not like a sorcerer innate. You didn't get arcane from it. You just got
More like a warlock's.
more
What's the
like
high-level warlock thing it
she
has? It's
just
like one
can.
free spell. Yeah, cool.
She just can, and you think that this certainly Zephyr would know without a check that this would be the kind of thing that you may be able to get the ability to do should you form relationships with the
Very tempting.
with the powers within the Amber Temple. That this would totally be within their remit to give somebody the ability to just go cold.
Cool. Can I have a look around for any other magical seeming loot, anything like that?
Yeah.
And
Harleen's pretty much ransacked the place, found a spell book, and then some antitoxin, some poison, some alchemical supplies, a dagger, parchment, ink, nothing particularly magical.
Can I check the book that I have for any signs of authorship? Any seals, signatures?
On the spell
The
book,
spell book, yeah.
yeah, it doesn't. There doesn't appear to be. And Busty was like, "My master made a couple like this, but this is not in his hand."
Can I go check on Werewolf Boy?
You're going to check on Werewolf Boy upstairs, yeah? There are the rats. Once she fell, the rats have just they've not run off. It's just they've gone into in a kind of deserted tower full of rats. So they're in skirting boards, and
Can I speak up to the rats?
of course you can speak.
I am your master.
No, nothing. So
Do you like badgers?
I might say no. Did they look like they were called or like summoned? Did they appear or did they like call out?
They were here. They were
Wonderful.
just.
True owners of the such and such tower, whatever the gate was, the Zelenska gate. There was only one thing that stands between you and true peace: the terrible intruder downstairs. Go feast. And I will cast.
How do we know that downstairs?
Yeah, he could have just been controlled by
All right. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Quinny upon people.
We
making
do
a-
not harm the innocent.
Well, he's
No,
speaking in rats.
that
we don't even
is-
Yeah,
understand
we
what
don't know
he's
what
saying.
he's saying.
What are you talking
No, never mind. There's cheese upstairs. I hear. Go wander around.
No, do it. Do it.
No.
No, do it. Because we don't know what you're saying. Are you speaking
I
back?
am. I also don't have any spells, so it doesn't work regardless. Oh, that would be that.
I could dominate
Okay, maybe
these.
do a roll persuasion. Persuade them to.
Persuade the rats.
I might walk in and say, "Do what's going on."
So you're going down and you're going up.
I add the book to my pack.
Okay. If you go up, Emil is basically exactly as you left him, just sort of slumped, breathing heavily, looks frightened, hasn't really moved since you left him. Is just sort of slumped against the wall in his cell.
No, he's just sitting there.
What?
Remember the Guardian of Faith just stays there until it's done 60
Oh.
it's just sitting there.
Yeah, she's just
This
hanging.
big
Is he unconscious?
Why?
No.
Sorry.
So he's got about, mechanically, he's got 5 hit points and 2 levels of exhaustion. So he's weak
Gonna
and
give
he's
him
tired.
Yeah, somehow she gets out of the holy water, starts reviving, it's just like,
I'm gonna tell him that we've killed her and offer to help him downstairs. to the rest of the party.
He takes your hand and you help him. You help him down down the stairs. Get rid of her. Get rid of them. There you go. And you help him down the stairs. As he sees her, he just sort of shudders slightly. You staying on this floor? Or are you going down?
Should we try and rescue?
I'd love a rest.
Yeah. I
got
was
five
trying to
hit
get him
points.
down to maybe near the fire.
The fire's on this floor. There
Yeah.
isn't a fire
I
on
wanna-
the
I
floor
wanna
below.
I want to sit him down near the fire to
Okay.
kind of warm him up a bit and give him some of our rations.
Okay. So you
I'll put the rug over her body.
okay.
Sweep her under the rug.
Well, dude, she's stoned. So she's now a stone statue that's half decapitated with a big open chest
Do we wanna
wound
do the
lying
round
in a
to
holy
smash it
water
with
river.
hammer?
next to a shield, next to a guardian of faith.
Can
I mean, I'm
smash
not
your
sure.
head with my hammer?
Oh, you want to smash her head with your hammer? Go for
Just
your
to
line.
make sure, because you know.
You may roll advantage on the dead stone vampire.
That's an 18 on the die.
That would hit the dead stone vampire.
Do I need to roll damage?
No. Smashes to pieces.
Fantastic. No, there's no way there's not right. See? Perfect.
So Emil
Antoinette's sad because she can't have another head for a collection.
Emil sits.
Another head for me to carry for your collection.
Emil sits by the
I
fire.
have a hobby.
Who's going where?
I'll stay with the meal if you want to
Yeah.
go downstairs.
I was gonna say.
Knock it downstairs.
I'll go downstairs. No, I'm staying up here. I'm almost dead actually.
I'm staying because I'm quite low on health.
Yeah, I'm going to say too, because I'm in law.
In that case, I'll head down.
So before I stay down, actually, can I, what's it called?
I'll start reading the animate dead spell.
He's just smiling.
Is it on
He's
when
a
I
good
secret
assassin.
it? Under-
So roll Arcana check.
It's changed.
No. That's gonna be a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
You're reading and the words, it's just not really making any sense. Every time you read a line, all the lines seem to move around and come out in a different order, and you're like, right, you start again and it seems to say something completely different, and you get halfway down and then all the lines jumble each other up, and then you start again. So you just spend a good hour just going over and over and over the first paragraph, the introductory preparatory text for Anime Dead. All you can see is this tiny little picture of what looks like Bonesy as the words rearrange themselves. They form little skull, and then like a little sort of arm bone, and you're just like Bonesy, and then they all rearrange themselves again. You just can't quite get traction on it.
Dyslexia.
Got bony dyslexia. So who's going down?
Antoinette discovers a language disorder.
Yeah, Antoinette discovers. So you walk down the stairs. The front door is open, and the ground floor is deserted.
Lovely. Let's close and bar the door and take a nice long rest.
Can I do a perception check just to find all the food and alcohol and everything?
She was a vampire, wasn't she?
So,
She might have red wine.
Yeah.
It's a fair thing.
True.
how do we know that she's not put something else in the red wine?
I'll drink it.
It is werewolf blood. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, it's true.
We might need some
So you all gather around the fire,
We can just go in a 20 tap in the room.
That's true.
clear in your
We should.
belief of the clearly defined good and evil that exists in this world without any trouble at all.
Yes.
Yes.
Completely. She was torturing someone.
Okay.
Before we go to sleep,
We'll take Malachi at a
are we
different point
sleeping
in
on the
time.
floor or the people collectively?
This
Probably
one
this
because
one
it's
with
got
the
fire.
Okay, can I please get some assistance to tip the cauldron out the window?
Oh yeah, that's a really good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you do
And
that.
to rub out any circles or like weird markings on the floor.
I'll turn the circles into like smiley faces and a sun.
I'll
Make
make
sure
you
you
just
logo
wrap
now.
Just make sure you
And
leave it
I'll drop a
disruptive
couple of
lines.
dispel magics on things as well. I'll dispel the magic on the cauldron. I'll dispel the magic on the alchemy set.
Okay. So dispel magic on alchemy set.
I'll shape water on the holy water and use that to clean the markings off the floor.
Have we definitely
Nice.
Fantasia
I'm
style.
liking it. Okay.
The rats are around. They're just not swarming.
They're not swords, are we sure? They're not going to nibble us at night.
Oh, the rats all seem to have just disappeared back into the walls. You can roll strength check to get this this cauldron
Who's happening
out of
with
the room.
strength?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
I've got no strength.
So who's trying to get this cauldron out the window?
Oh, I rolled.
So,
That's a 19 on the die. So is it just straight strength?
Yep. So 19,
23.
23.
I think my 7.
You manage to, between you, lift up the cauldron and open the window and tip this thing. I'm assuming which window?
The one that
The
goes
one
out
from the
over the cliff.
Yeah.
So this one down here. Okay. You tip this thing out of the window, and you hear this. What's that?
It's the rock.
The rock flying underneath. The rock flying underneath the window.
And you hear
Yes,
this
you got it.
awful sort of hissing noise, and this sort of green fog starts to rise up from the kitchen window. And you can just see this sort of roiling sort of green cloud floating past
Or I
the
get
window.
bust.
Can I
It
try
doesn't come in. The window's fine.
Can I try to dispel magic on it?
On the you can try and dispel magic on it. Yeah.
It's a 20.
You don't actually think this was particularly magical. You think that this was more just
Couldn't
a
succeed on dispel
really.
magic, but it's not a spell.
It's not a spell. It's just a really manky concoction. She's just not a great cook.
Yeah.
Essentially, you've just tipped whatever she was going to have for lunch out the
You can
window.
never be
Dude,
too
actually
sure.
cooking dinner for her.
Yeah.
Actually making us a nice meal with this smell.
But it,
She's just shit.
I was going to say, once it goes out the window, you're like, yeah, it's probably, staying for dinner probably wasn't the greatest idea because that
That'd be
was
another-
rancid.
That would have been your
It
worst
would be
crime.
another pie situation.
Terrible.
Another pie situation here.
So, you think this is a safer place? We'll draw to a finish because it's a sensible time for it, 20 to 10. This, you think you could take a long rest here, relatively safely. There's no obvious way in for rocks.
Rocks or rocks?
Rocks or rocks. Yeah, Munster's not there. You've got Emil the werewolf, but he's pretty weak and knackered.
Is it? Was there a lady upstairs, or was that just a?
No, that was just a room.
No.
Months.
The vamp.
Months.
So there's
Oh,
Munster
no,
on the
that's
ground
not-
floor. No, that was Antoinette.
So that was Antoinette.
Yep. Looking around Monster's room.
So we can take a long rest.
You can take a long
Oh,
rest.
my God.
Would I have any more time to try and study the book again?
So you can have another crack in the morning of spending. You'd need to spend a good 3 hours studying the book.
If she wants to.
I get up bright and early
Okay,
while everyone else is still sleeping in.
go on then. Arcana.
Okay, alright. 20 dirty.
Yes.
Do we
You have learned. So this time, when you study the book, having had a nice sleep and feeling
Oh my-
refreshed, you look and all of this Bonesy like this, kind of bouncing along as you read, showing you all the words and how it all fits together, like a little animated guide, kind of like Clippy.
I'm
But
imagining
made of
when you
bones.
go to those like Disney sing-along type movies and
Yeah.
they have the little
A little bouncing, but
and
it's a finger.
Bonesy. Yep.
It's Bonesy.
do we regain those lost max hit points during this long rest?
Not on this long rest.
No.
Wait, what don't we get on this?
You don't get
Those who
max
got
hit points back on this long rest.
Oh, right.
No. So if
No.
you take necrotic
That would
damage-
be, so if you've taken necrotic damage, that stays. That's another 24 hours.
Can I
And
go
then
to,
it will, so if you're awake in 24 hours, it will go automatically if you heal.
can I go
it's
to
24
bones
hours.
I saw upstairs in the room that Emil was in?
You going up? Yep, go on then.
Yeah. And I'd like to animate Bones into a little skeleton companion.
Okay, you animate the bones.
I've got Bonesy's head still in my pack. So I'll
Okay.
take out Bonesy's
So
head.
you animate the
Your
bones.
friend when you have 5
Yeah.
Just like a
ones, like,
chibi bone, like it's like divided enough, so
So what you get when you put all the bones back together, because as you animate the skeleton, it reforms in the skeleton that it was, is you appear to now have Bonesy's head on a rabbit.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
And that's where we'll leave it.
And then when you all wake up, I'm standing on the staircase with my rabbit animal, and I'm like, "Hey, everyone, meet my new friend, Bonesy."
Bonesy with two E's.
someone called him Warren.
I like it. I like it.
There you go. So Bonesy's back. Right. So, anything else you would like to do before you leave
That's
here?
it.
Because
I've
you can
done
do.
everything
So
I like.
you've
Not
learnt
doing
your
it.
spell. Yep.
does she have any herbs to make gin with?
Does she have any herbs? You
Make
can
gin.
you can have a look at her alchemical supplies and see if you. It's more alchemy. There are some herbs here. Yeah. You can roll a luck check and see whether she happens to have.
rosemary or something.
Oh, you want
that's a
botanicals? With a 15, there are some Barovian botanicals that you think maybe you may be able to brew into some form of.
I mean, if you're desperate.
Well, you've got the recipe for Vistani gin. You think you could potentially add some of these herbs and it not be poisonous. So you're not quite sure what flavour it would be, but you think it's doable. Barovian botanicals for your flavoured gin. Yes. Anything else anybody wants to do before we finish up?
No, I think that's it.
We're going to leave.
So we yeah. So
Yeah, it's not bad.
in your collection of things, you've got a head in a box, a bust from Arkenvost, Busty the Bust,
I've got the head of the Abbot of Crest.
the head of the Abbot of Crest. I'd forgotten about that. It's got 4 fucking heads. Right, and
Can
very
I carry
One
all
on a
these
skeleton.
heads?
I think Bonesy's strapped to my back like a backpack.
Bonesy is.
Oh, no.
Busty. Can you
Busty.
carry Busty? Are you strong enough to carry Busty?
Yeah.
So we've got
That's fine.
Jan the head in the box, Busty, the bust from Arkenvost. We've got the Abbot's head from Kresk. and we've got Bonesy the second in rabbit form.
You should take her head too.
That's
Her
what I
head's-
wanted
I
to do,
smashed
but
her
she
head.
smashed it.
I smashed it. I don't want another head for the collection.
Okay. Your
You
plan.
want to see
Emil's
something?
looking better. He's still got 1 level of exhaustion, but he is
Also
no
didn't want
longer
her to
near
almost
death.
alive,
Um, He wakes in the morning and he's had some rations, and he's like, "Thank you. I'm not sure how long I've been here. I must get back to my pack. I do not know what will have befallen them while I've been away.
I was very good bad guy.
Yeah, we
You-
tell them what happened with the cat.
So Carilla's gone.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. If I do not wish to stay here longer than I have to. If you have no other need for me, then I will head back to them. But if you ever need the assistance of the werewolves, we will come to your aid
Will you be
should you
okay in
require
the
us.
cold?
Pardon?
Will you be okay in the cold?
He just smiles and he goes, "Yes." And he shakes and transforms into a wolf and just sort of lopes out the door
Safe travels, friend.
and disappears off down out and down the mountain. Absolutely. So you have done the gatehouse. As you look further up the mountain, all you can see built into the side of the mountain is the this huge temple. As the path widens out, as it gets past the gatehouse, this sort of narrow point with the cliffs dropping either side. As you look further past, it opens out into this sort of almost natural bowl on the side of the mountain, with Mount Dacus further in distance, and built into the side of the mountain itself is this huge, beautifully wrought stone temple. You recognise the sort of palisade structure to be very similar to that of Argynvost, this sort of classical architecture that you now recognise to be sort of characteristic of the tribe of the Ursai, and sitting in the snow and the mountains, a mere half-hour or hour's walk across the snow from where you...
Across an open field where a rock could just go.
Where's my baby?
Oh no. It's gonna
And-
be angry.
So Amber Temple next week.
Woo!
Spicy.
That was